What's up, you guys? If this place is looking a bit unfamiliar, that's because it is. Currently, I'm house sitting slash cat sitting for my friends in Cambridge, Massachusetts. If you know anything about Cambridge, Massachusetts, which I don't know if you really should, but there are a few Ivy League schools around here. There's MIT, Harvard, and I have been here for almost 5 days, and today is my last full day, which means it would be a complete shame of my Ivy League proximity if I didn't become a Harvard student for the day, especially with all of the resources I have at my fingertips in this apartment. So I've been doing some research for the past few days, and while I've already done my own morning routine here, I think for the rest of the day, I'm going to live out my fantasy and become a Harvard student for the day. Lucky enough for me, the people who live in this apartment, two things. One, they're moving out really soon, so that's why there's a lot of stuff in boxes, and I feel so comfortable posting this apartment online because it's like they're not even going to be in it by the time that you see this video. And the second thing is that one of the people that live in this apartment actually just graduated from Harvard Medical School.
Congratulations!
But I have a couple of Harvard IDs to work with, so I think I have access to a couple of things here. First things first, I need to get out of this simpleton look and get the sophisticated Harvard look going. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the friends that do live here are moving out very soon, so there's like really nothing I can use. Everything is all boxed up. Let me show you what I've been using as a spoon and a fork for the past 4 days. 3 days, I don't know how many days. All of these cabinets are empty. I found this box of kitchenware stuff, and I found these like kebab skewers, so I've been taking 2 out every time I need to eat something, and I've just been using them as like the world's longest, most pointy, pokey chopsticks. The only reason I'm even telling you that is somehow I did manage to find this iron slash steamer that has really blown my mind. I actually can't even believe this thing exists. But also, if anybody needs a crime to be committed in the next year, I didn't realize that this part was like an iron. I thought it was just a steamer, and I grabbed it like a boy would grab a hair iron, burned the crap out of the tips of my fingers. I doused them in cold water to ease some of the pain and suffering, but I do think that all of my fingerprints have melted off, so any crimes needed, let me know. The reason I'm even holding up this steamer is I packed a very limited amount of clothing, and the only thing that I own that really screamed Ivy League Harvard student is this Tommy Hilfiger skirt that smells a bit strange, but you know what? I am by myself, and this is a video, so the only person that knows that this skirt stinks is me. So I'm gonna start off with this skirt. Let's steam it real quick. Oh my god, I just scared myself in the reflection. I couldn't find an ironing board, but I did just find this hanger. Y'all think this is like really bad for a mirror? Also, every time I see my reflection in this mirror, it keeps scaring me. All right, part one, the skirt. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but the length is a bit awkward, but that's all right. I just needed a khaki bottom, and a khaki bottom we got. Also, I did all that ironing, and I'm afraid that none of the creases came out, but who cares? The next part of the outfit, of course, the Harvard crew neck. It is a bit cloudy. I feel like it might rain here at any moment, so this might not be the best idea. I should have gotten like a Harvard raincoat or something. And yes, that is a tag because I did just buy this at the gift shop for my 1 day as a Harvard student. And I did get it in a large so that it could be a nice, cozy, nonchalant, unintentional fit. Ooh. Well, how's it looking? How do I look? I am afraid that I might have picked the warmest thing at the gift shop on a humid spring day like today, and I do think it might even rain, so I really should have gotten a rain jacket, but I'm kind of eating it up. For the finishing touches, I have a couple of hats to choose from. Is it giving student? I feel like this is giving athletic. In case I didn't have enough Harvard merch in case somebody did not get the memo that I'm a Harvard student. I do have the Harvard hat, which I also got from the gift shop. Or I have another option. I felt at the time that this was giving sophistication, but now I think this might be a bit goofy and not that academic. How are we feeling about this flat top hat? I really feel like it looks like I have that disability where like people are missing a part of their brain and their head just like kind of cuts off a lot earlier than a skull should cut off. Let me insert photo here. This might not be it. But I do kind of like it too. Well, only because I don't know when else I would ever wear this hat again. I am just gonna go with this hat for the day, but how's the fit, guys? Is it giving sophisticated? And I'm ending it off with these Doc Marten Mary Janes because this is the only thing I had access to. Okay, off camera, I just realized if I put my hair up a little, it's giving academic, huh? To complete my look, I moved everything over to the most briefcase looking bag I had. This is a Prada bag I bought at a secondhand store, which is kind of falling apart, but we don't need to look at that. First order of business for today, besides visually being the part, is I need to go to class. To go to class, I need to pick a major, which they don't call it a major here, they call it a concentration. Now, since this is my dream day of being a dream student at a dream school, what would my dream concentration be? Like, I work in computer science, but if it was my dream concentration, I think it would be either a degree in performance or literature would be amazing. I can't read, but literature would be amazing. Or, you know what? Let's look up some concentrations. Y'all, there's a concentration in folklore and mythology. Whole lot of people doing computer science, so I guess that's not as special. Economics and computer science are the top two here as of this year, and applied math and music. All right, I figured it out. In my dream day as a Harvard student, I will be getting a concentration in art, film, and visual studies.
Congratulations!
That's all right. Now let's get to class. Okay, well, some absolutely devastating news. Maybe being a student on a Saturday was the worst decision I've ever made in my life because every single building is closed. Not one museum, not one library, not one classroom, not one hallway. I even have a pass and like, I think nothing but the gym is gonna work. Which, looking around, I don't really know how often the Harvard students are frequenting the gym. Well, unfortunately, we are having to take a different course for this video. I did decide to film this on a Saturday after everybody already graduated, and I don't even think summer classes have started yet. I don't even know what the students were doing walking around campus today, but I just walked around for like so long. I couldn't find anything open. I did end up accidentally walking into the gym, and yeah, there is nothing to film over there. The new approach that we're going to take for this video is Harvard Student Weekend Edition. What I would do as a Harvard student on a Saturday. All right, y'all, so we are having to pivot from the original idea, which was a very academic day in a Harvard student's life, but it is Saturday. I did decide to film this on a Saturday, on the last day of my trip here.
Gosh.
Also, after walking around for hours, I'm so overheated. I think wearing a crew neck probably was the worst idea I had today, right after deciding to film this on a Saturday. But that's okay, that's okay. Let's change it up. Well, for my weekend fit, we're in sweatpants, a Hassan Piker t-shirt, and to make sure everybody knows that I'm a student, a Harvard cap. Now, what the hell are we gonna do today? I looked up, what do Harvard students do on the weekend? It says a variety of weekend activities ranging from academic pursuits, social gatherings, and exploring the Boston area and pursuing personal interests. I am once again losing so much damn steam because I was walking outside for a couple of hours. What the hell are we gonna do? I don't want to do anything that requires a lot of walking. Well, all that walking around in disappointment has really built up my appetite, and I'm looking for a familiar taste, and I love pho, and I'm sure there's like so many pho spots around here. So let's go hit up a pho spot that some Harvard students typically would hit up. I think I'm starting to disassociate because I haven't eaten anything in a really long time either, so let's hit the streets and go get some food. Also, I do not have a car, so I'm gonna find a pho spot specifically that's not too far from here so that I can either walk or get a cheap Uber ride too. I'll see you guys there. I always get extra veggies. Oh my god, I almost spilled it. The chili. Also, this table is too small for you to see what I'm eating, but I got pizza. Also, there's like 1 million people here, and I wanted to film really bad, but I got really shy, so I put Jay on the phone. Hi, Jay! I don't know if I like traveling alone. Traveling alone is not the vibe. Yeah, because I'm a very externally motivated individual. I'm a socially motivated individual, so it's like, if nobody's around me, like, I will never put on makeup, I will never change my clothes, I won't even take a shower, I won't eat more than twice a day, only because my stomach and everything is like hurting me so much. I will stay on my phone for hours and hours and hours, horizontally. So yeah, this was actually a beautiful experiment to see if I could A, live alone, no. B, enjoy traveling alone, also no.
You just need an itinerary.
I do, but even that, it's like, what's the point if somebody's not around? I would 1000% do a retreat. But like a college town?
That would be a good video. Like a yoga retreat.
Yeah, all of my video ideas require at least $2,000 every time. Like, I have these video ideas and I'm like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and each one requires at a minimum $300.
Would you go skydiving?
Hell, I would never go skydiving. There's a lot of things I would never do. Like, even traveling, it's like, I need to know that I'm meeting up with somebody at a minimum. So like some human experience at the other end of it. But yeah, I'm going back tomorrow. By the way, on my way to this pho spot, I realized why everything is closed. Today's graduation day. Everybody graduated today. So why would any facility be open? Even the freshmen graduated. Everybody graduated today. I saw them all in the street. They were all wearing their robes, like holding their diplomas. Yeah, I should have gone to graduation for sure, but I'm pretty sure like they have
Tickets?
Yeah, it's like a ticketed event. But it's a beautiful day. Worst day ever for me to wear a literal sweater. Like, why did I do that? I don't know how I'm gonna like switch up the night. I actually think I might do nothing and go home and go watch TV because I'm so tired from the day that I've had farming content. Well, y'all, today might have easily been the biggest flop of my YouTube career. I tried to be a Harvard student and I literally failed. Also, while I was at pho, it all started to make sense. I looked out the window, everybody's in graduation gowns. Of course everything's closed. Who would be at the campus when everybody's graduating today? There isn't a summer semester starting yet. All the spring semester people are not here. I'm gonna have to try this again another time, but I thought I would walk around after I ate pho, but today drained me. I do leave tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna clean up this place a bit, watch some TV, pack my stuff, download a movie or two for the plane, and really think about my choices for today. You know what? There is a reason. Well, there are many reasons why I'm not a Harvard student. And never will be, and never was, not in this lifetime or another. And that's because I flew all the way out here thinking I was gonna film this video, and I couldn't do 10 minutes of searching to realize that everything would be closed today and that I wouldn't have access to anything. Oh well, what I really want to do right now, there's this show on Hulu. It's called Good American Family. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's where this family adopts a little person. Hi, Miss Yada. It's where this American family adopts this Ukrainian girl with dwarfism. And long story short, they're convinced that like this 6-year-old is actually a 22-year-old and that she's just like pretending to be a child. And you know what? They got my ass. I really thought that she was an adult at the beginning. But I finished the show, and there's actually a documentary series about this girl. It's called The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. I honestly started today off super late. Like, I started filming super late because I was crying in the morning because I just felt so bad for this girl. Like, spoiler alert, but she was a kid. Like, they were treating her like so evil, like she was this evil, messed up adult who was like exploiting these adults. But then it's like, no, it was just like this little girl who had dwarfism and that like had a super rough upbringing. And like, I'm still watching the documentary, and it really puts into perspective how people with disabilities like so misunderstood. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend the show and the documentary. Even though I haven't finished the documentary, that is what I'm going to do for the rest of tonight. Clean up, watch a documentary, probably eat some dessert, pack my stuff, go to sleep, wake up, go to the airport. So if the video ends here, I had an amazing day regardless, even though I didn't really do anything that I wanted to do. But hey, I still got to go outside, I still got to explore campus, I still got to eat pho, I still got to see a bunch of Harvard people graduate, strangely enough. I still got to cosplay as a Harvard student, and you know what, that's enough. I'm not even mad about it. So either I'll see you guys in the morning or I'll see you in the next video.